Protocol Labs drives breakthroughs in computing to push humanity forward. PL started by developing new technology, driving new research, and investing in startups developing new breakthroughs. Over time, we evolved into a large network of organizations and people around the world. Today, Protocol Labs is an innovation network with hundreds of teams and thousands of contributors tackling some of humanity's toughest challenges. Today, Protocol Labs has three focus areas: securing the internet and establishing digital human rights, upgrading our economies and governance systems, developing safe new breakthrough tech. Starting in 2025, we're adding Neurotech, humanity's next frontier. Our teams work across the R&D pipeline from early research and fundamental development to productizing and scaling. We leverage a network-native funding system mixing traditional venture capital funds, grant programs, and new incentive models. The network is supported by a range of infrastructure programs, including software tools like LabOS to find and access network resources and connect with others, a marketplace of service providers, a large talent network, and much more. In this video, we will take a look at projects across the network, PL Infra, and preview 2025.
It looks like a normal app, but behind the scenes, there's a lot of different people who come in to create the experience, and it can have many more people come in and build it. So the differences between having like a single house or like a lot of hotel where you go in and there's a lobby, and then people are like building other units out back. And any developer, someone who can code, can come in and build a new, experience in the back.
Welcome everyone. We know many people flew in, so it's like a really big deal for us that you're here. Today, we will talk about the next generation of the orb, something we worked on really hard for quite a while and are really excited about.
There it is. There's the new orb. Today, WorldChain is launching with 15 million human users, one of the biggest blockchains in the world.
World App 3.0 has been redesigned from the ground up with one goal in mind: to make the WorldCoin network even more useful for your day-to-day life.
What we do is very, very timely, and so we as a company really run as fast as we can.
I'm very excited, super proud of the work the team has done to get to this point, but very excited for what this can be going forward. I think it can be one of these important new pieces of technological infrastructure for the world.
Hi Protocol Labs, this is Chris Denaro with the Glow team, here to recap our 2024. So Glow had a great year. We just closed a $30 million funding round led by Union Square Ventures and Framework. We've deployed 21 megawatts of solar globally, bringing in $20 million in revenue over the last 4 months to the Glow protocol. We set the record for the largest single-day revenue number of any DPIN project with a $13.6 million protocol fee. We've been featured in Fortune and are working with CNBC on an upcoming documentary called Heroes of the Environment. We also had a great ETH Denver in 2024. Saw many of you at the Glow Fairies party. We'll be running that back in 2025 with some big announcements coming for V2. So hope to see you all at ETH Denver, the Glow Fairy party.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy, the COO at Zama. I'm excited to share that we've launched one of our biggest projects yet, our FHEVM coprocessor. Now, blockchain has always been built on the principle of verify, don't trust. But this approach sacrifices confidentiality, forcing developers to choose between transparency and privacy, or settle for limited solutions that don't really scale. The FHEVM coprocessor changes everything. It enables confidential smart contracts on any EVM chain without modifying the underlying protocol. So developers can now process encrypted transactions and maintain composability, and define privacy rules in their smart contracts. This is a huge step forward for privacy and scalability in the blockchain. The infrastructure is ready, and now we just need builders. Head over to zama.ai and join us in making encrypted blockchains the new standard.
Hello. I am Henry. I'm one of the founders of Privy. We build user onboarding and embedded wallet infrastructure to allow any app to access digital assets really easily as a core part of the application itself. What this means is authentication, embedded wallets, so any user can basically use crypto rails without necessarily having to be a crypto expert. Since the last PL Summit, we've had a really, really exciting year. We've onboarded hundreds of new developers who have launched their applications and prod through them. We serve over 30 million user accounts. And so really it's meant a lot of scaling of our infrastructure and a lot of learning about what people are building on chain. And from serving, AI agents to new games, trading applications, and neobanks, it's been really, really cool to see just how large this digital asset footprint is becoming on the web and being able to serve customers building new things on this product. So very, very excited and excited to be a part of the PL network.
Hi, I'm Molly from FilOZ. Filecoin had a huge year in 2024. We launched 4 new Filecoin L2s and on-ramps, Triton, Akave, Storacha, and Basin. Together, they're onboarding Solana, major new AI networks, large-scale social networks like Fleek, OpenSea, and more, and deep-in networks like WeatherXM, IoTeX, and Demo. We also grew Filecoin capability. It's now faster and cheaper to onboard capacity to the network. We have cross-chain and on-chain deal-making contracts in use, and over 20% retrieval success rate, or 55% just with the storage providers offering retrievals, which is a 10x increase in 2024. We also have a new hot storage proof in Filecoin L1 called Proof of Data Possession. From an economy perspective, we saw a huge increase as well. There's now up to 8 terabytes of on-chain paid deals per day just in Q4 of 2024. We also saw a 5x increase in monthly cross-chain transactions via Axelar, 60 million FIL TVL in DeFi and DEX and lease activity, and 2 new Filecoin-backed stablecoins that are USD pegged launching on Filecoin. It's been awesome. Happy 2024 and happy 4th birthday, Filecoin.
Hello from the Filecoin Foundation. There are so many amazing milestones in the Filecoin ecosystem in 2024. There's now 2.4 exabytes of available storage on the network, major L1 integrations, from Cardano apps backed up with Block Frost to Solana's entire chain history, 8,800 developers and founders building on the network, 200 network teams thinking about storage on-ramps, from archival, hot, enterprise, Web3, and beyond. 8 integrations with major AI companies to cement decentralized storage and Filecoin's role in the age of AI. 3 major protocol network upgrades, from Dragon to Waffle to Tuk. 3 major Filecoin developer summits in Denver, Brussels, and Bangkok. What a year. And we can't wait for more to come in 2025.
The last year was an amazing year for Akave. As the CEO, I'm very proud of what we've accomplished. In the last year alone, we've released a proof of concept, raised 3.45 million from amazing investors like Blockchain, Lightshift, Stanford Blockchain Builders, and Protocol Labs. We released our testnet, Yuka, in November in Bangkok at the CoinDesk live event and participated in DEF CON and in ETH India and have more than 55 projects building today on Akave, which is incredible. Plus more than 20,000 people signed up to the testnet on our website. And we have more than 120 builders and growing currently on our Telegram, asking questions, building on our native interfaces. Thank you so much for everyone who contributed. Please join us in building on Akave and move more data sets onto decentralized storage, aka Filecoin. And looking forward to 2025.
For Storacha, 2024 wasn't just any year. It was the start of something extraordinary. Storacha's debut year was packed with milestones that sparked a decentralized hot storage revolution. From launching our alpha network to hosting our first very fiery event in Bangkok in November, we've ignited the future of decentralized hot storage. This year, we grew from 0 to nearly 10,000 users. We forged partnerships with ecosystem leaders like OpenSea and Magic Eden and inspired innovation through hackathons and workshops. Closing a highly successful Storacha seed round has fueled our vision to redefine decentralized hot storage and drive the industry forward. As we look to 2025, we're turning up the heat even more.
Eli Ben Sasson, I'm co-founder and CEO of Starkware. We're a team now of over 180 folks, mostly engineers and developers, globally located. And I want to tell you about the next stage in proving for scale. And it goes by the name of Stew, and it's based on Circle Start.
2024 was an amazing year. The network beta went live in February of this year, and autonomous signing went live in October of this year. Since then, millions of keys have been created, nearly 30 million requests have been fulfilled, and just at the end of the year, toolkits for autonomous signing for crypto agents are developed and underway.
Hi everyone, I'm excited to share some of our achievements from Ingonyama. So first let me highlight Icicle, our high-performance cryptographic acceleration library. Icicle sits between the hardware and protocol layers of the ZK stack and is designed to accelerate zero-knowledge proofs across a range of compute backends, including CPU and GPU. It's already being used by many teams as a one-stop shop for reducing proving times with minimal effort. Some major points about Icicle are that it supports multiple programming environments and offers both server-side and client-side ZK acceleration, and coming soon, Metal backend support for Apple Silicon. So we're thrilled to see Icicle helping developers scale ZK applications faster and more efficiently. I'd also like to highlight the success of our recent conference, ZK Accelerate. The third edition, held in Bangkok, brought together over 800 attendees and featured talks from 30 teams building ZK product, including Protocol Labs, and a special guest appearance by Vitalik Buterin. Being part of Protocol Labs network is an honor. We hope to see everyone at the next ZK Accelerate in Toronto, Canada, one day after ZK Summit. So see you there, and happy holidays, everyone.
We've built the fastest messaging app ever. It's not just the best Matrix app, it is the best messaging app available anywhere. All Element users should be using, whether you are a new user, whether you have already 2,000 rooms on your account, just install it and use it because it's going to change your life.
2024 was a breakout year for Iroh. We built and shipped reliable peer-to-peer tech to millions of devices, connecting iOS, Android, Windows, macOS, and Linux in the same networks in production. We've seen growth and adoption across all sorts of uses, with projects like Space Drive, Ramo, Delta Chat, Rave, and News Distro and Fishfolk, all including Iroh as a critical dependency. They're part of more than 50 projects that are building on top of Iroh at this point. Across the 20 releases we published this year, we've narrowed the focus of the project while making Iroh extensible at the same time with the launch of pluggable protocols. We've scaled Iroh to handle more than 200,000 concurrent connections in production and delivered more than double the speed of WebRTC data channels. 2025 looks to be an even bigger year. We're on track to relaunch Iroh.network, publish a slew of new protocols, and most importantly, ship Iroh version 1.0. So come have a look at Iroh, and we'd be delighted to see how you can build something great.
Hey everyone, Lava is a data marketplace where you can earn tokens from the chains you love. We have big news today, so Lava mainnet is live, and the foundation pre-launched it due to massive traction already on testnet. It's been on DEXs since August, and all chains migrated from the testnet to mainnet by early 2025. So just in a few words, what we accomplished in the last few months, more than 3 million monthly unique users. More than 40 chains are already supported. Within them, you have more than 500 different dApps and nearly 100 billion RPC and API requests were served. The foundation just launched incentive like restaking, where you can secure the network and earn rewards, right? So those rewards already hit $1 million, and new pools let you earn from Near, Atom, USDC, and even more. So if I'm looking ahead, we see the foundation having more incentive coming, more chains and data for AI agents in 2025. We cannot finish without remembering the floor is lava.
My personal background, I come from the ad tech space. The decentralized space in general is creating all of this data that is going to be integral to feeding into this generation of synthetic data. So this is a chart here from Gartner. So basically, Gartner predicts in the next 5 years that synthetic data is actually going to outpace real data. So when you think about what we heard from various projects in the space, These are sort of the key features that we keep hearing over and over again. So the need for verifiable data, so things like cryptographic security, provenance history, so you can start thinking about attribution, not just in monetizing your data. WeatherXM is actually an early sort of user of ours. They've been a close design partner of ours. And so what they're doing is they're taking weather data from their decentralized network of weather stations and pushing it to Basin. And then Basin is making that programmatically available on Filecoin. Queryability as well, so being able to query Basin and see where a data set originated from. So, was this a version of an early synthetic data set? Is the tool, the AI tool that I'm using, ingesting data that's synthetic or real, or how did that all feed in together? And then finally, just making data available in general so that people can go and access it and create, co-pilots and fine-tune those jobs.
We're going to mainnet on May 30 at the end of this month. And I think that's the big announcement that everybody's waiting for. We have a huge data production that requires, a decentralized and powerful management and computation. So that's why we're part of the Protocol Labs and Filecoin ecosystem, and we archive all our data in Filecoin, and we use Bacalao for compute on data. And there's a lot of amazing teams there and cool people that have helped us in many ways. And that's why they're our investors.
Hello, PL Network, and welcome to a quick 1-minute update from Randamu. To kick things off, we started the year with a $3.3 million pre-seed round led by Protocol Labs Venture Studios and attracted grant funding from SSV Network and Filecoin Foundation. We used this money to double the size of our engineering team, thus creating additional capacity to feed our flagship product, DRAND. We made many significant upgrades to the DRAND software this year, including advanced asynchronous DKG provisioning. We've created a new DRAND decryptor network, which adds new features such as conditional encryption decryption, which includes time lock encryption, as well as certified off-chain compute. We also launched new partnerships with Diadata, Scroll, and AnyRand. We have a token white paper that's in the final process of being published, and we also have grown the League of Entropy, our permissions network of node operators, by about 25% this year, adding several new members, maintaining our 5-year track record of 100% uptime, and we're on track to service over 34 billion requests this year. So we're very excited about what the future holds, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Hey, Bill, it's Spexi here with the 2024 update. We launched our testnet private beta in April, and since then have flown over 50,000 independent drone missions with over 5,000 pilots on our waitlist. Those missions captured over 150 cities in 4 countries, and we received over $1.6 million in data sales from the network, with a pipeline in excess of $10 million from customers in AI and metaverse, as well as government and emergency preparedness sectors. Our mobile app is now being released in the Google Play Store and freely available. And we've successfully closed our Series A at 11.5 million. Excited to move into mainnet for our token launch in June 2025.
So Huddle 01 is a deepened network for real-time communication. We have been building Huddle 01 DRTC network for a long time now. But the whole idea is that if 100 people are in this room, if Tom has a good internet connection, Tom's laptop can become a node, and that can power the call of all of us. We built our own app, which is similar to Zoom. It runs, it's been live right now. It has done more than 4.5-5 million minutes of meeting. It's been live. Essentially, it's faster, it's cheaper, it has all the features that Zoom and Google Meet has, and has been used by a lot of Web3 people, and it has been used by a lot of people even right now. And the good thing here is that you can record all of these calls over IPFS, over Filecoin, very easily, making the storage supremely cheaper. A lot of people already use Huddle 01 right now because the storage there is extremely cheap as compared to that of Zoom, which essentially you have to charge, you have to pay after using 1 GB of cloud storage. This is how this whole economy essentially functions. Right now we are at the stage where media nodes are live. You can run these nodes yourself. You can power the calls yourself. And this means that once you're doing a huddle call yourself, you might be earning from that huddle call yourself because essentially you are the one who is powering that.
2024 was a landmark year for secured finance. We began with the launch of our flagship fixed income market on FEM, setting up the first Filecoin bond market in the first half of the year. We then introduced USDFC, our FIL-backed stablecoin, boosting liquidity network-wide. Next year, we're taking USDFC to mainnet, introducing an on-chain US dollar for the Filecoin community. This will offer more stable US dollar on-chain settlement options, accelerating growth throughout the Filecoin ecosystem. Exciting developments are on the horizon. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, my name is Jonathan Schwartz and I work on a project called GLIF. In case you haven't heard of GLIF, GLIF is Filecoin's first and most popular DeFi protocol that lets you earn rewards by depositing your Filecoin tokens. On the back end, GLIF lends your Filecoin to a diverse group of Filecoin storage providers who use the Filecoin to provide storage on the Filecoin network. We had some major wins this month. First, we passed 18 million Filecoin borrowed from GLIF. Yes, that's 18 million, which is a huge accomplishment for GLIF and also for Filecoin DeFi as a whole. Second, we announced the upcoming launch of the GLIF token, which is expected to land in the first quarter of 2025. Make sure to follow us on Twitter or join our Discord or both for more future announcements. Thanks for listening.
What Ramo does, on one side, it basically attracts capital providers. These are in the context of the DP networks. So you can imagine token holders of Fluence, Filecoin, Gensyn, and other tokens that are around. And you have providers which are providing storage or compute and generally want to execute particular workloads. And on the right side, you have the networks which are basically defining the jobs that need to be executed, and they're defining the incentives on which whoever executes these jobs is going to be rewarded.
Updates from Gitcoin in 2024. In 2024, we used 8 mechanisms to deploy $10.3 million to Ethereum and EVM network public goods. That's up 30% from 2023, where we used 1 mechanism to deploy $7.6 million. So about a 30% increase in growth over here at Gitcoin year over year, which we're feeling pretty good about. And we've diversified away from quadratic funding to now become multi-mechanism. We've also got a new org structure, a new leadership team, and a complete revamp of the Gitcoin grants program. We've launched retro funding in Macy. We won 4 grants from Optimism, ran 105 grant rounds across 13 chains. None of them were Ethereum mainnet, and distributed funding using 8 different mechanisms to 1,719 different builders. So lots of funding what matters over here at Gitcoin in 2024, and I'm sure there'll be more in the future. Excited about working with Protocol Labs more and more in the future. Peace and love. Have a great holiday, and we will see you in 2025.
All right, FIL RetroPGF 2. This round has been a great round. Shout out to badge holders, to the applicants, and to the donors. Donors donated 300k FIL, which is about 2 million USD, so huge amount. Thank you to Protocol Labs, Filecoin Foundation, and Holon Global. The applicants that came through this time were fantastic. We had 162 projects showcase projects, and 33 badge holders voted on these projects. And as a result, about 100 projects will be getting funded. And the distribution that we're seeing this time is really interesting. So we're seeing a distribution with a sharp left-hand cusp and then a long right-hand tail. And what this means is we'll see top projects like Curio, Spark, Randamu, and Lighthouse getting really well funded, but also many new entrants coming in on that right-hand tail who are also getting funded for the first time. So that's absolutely fantastic. Suggests the mechanism is doing what we intended. Next steps are for distribution with drips, which is exciting, and then we're already starting to plan for round 3, where we really want to stabilize the mechanism and also keep on scaling up. So we're super excited to see what 2025 brings.
We believe that decentralized technologies are critical to helping authenticate AI algorithms. And what that means is that we can now understand exactly what goes into those algorithms and then ensure that at each step as you ingest the information, you then transform it and then process it to create the AI algorithms, you know exactly what has happened there. And that critical piece of provenance is what we focus on. And what we find with responsible AI is that it's a team effort. And so the ability to bring more people into that process to uncover biases or to enrich the models, that's critical. And as people make those contributions, you want to trace that. And that's where we come in, to allow good actors to demonstrate what they're doing to help.
Hi everyone, my name is Alison Dittman and I run Foresight Institute, a nonprofit founded in 1986 to advance the beneficial development of high-impact technology. This year we were able to achieve quite a lot, not lastly due to Protocol Lab's help. First of all, we were able to give over $2 million in AI safety grants in areas such as computer security, automated research, Neurotech, etc. We were able to support over 40 different fellows working on frontier science and tech development in AI, bio, nano, neuro space, you name it. We were able to host over 6 technical workshops for field building across various scientific disciplines and over 3 different pop-up city events with Protocol Labs across 3 different continents. Finally, we gave out a prize, the Feynman Prize for our nanotechnology track. And fun fact, actually this year, one of our previous Foresight Feynman Prize winners was awarded the Nobel Prize for work that we had awarded over 10 years earlier. He's now the second Foresight Feynman Prize winner to receive a Nobel Prize many years later. So I think we're quite good at spotting talent early. If you're interested in any of this, please follow us along at foresight.org. Next year, we're super excited together with Protocol Labs to start a whole brain emulation grants round where we have multiple $1 million already raised. Thank you again, Protocol Labs. Then, in addition to that, a $1 million lo-fi emulation prize, which is a very specific and really interesting prize in neurotechnology. And finally, we're looking forward to many, many different field building events, including a DEC summit early in Q1 in San Francisco, all focused on defense acceleration to defense civilization. Thank you so much and happy holidays.
At Forest Neurotech, we're capitalizing on breakthroughs in ultrasound physics, systems neuroscience, and miniaturized electronics to create a less invasive way of monitoring much larger areas of the brain and then stimulating it to push it into more healthy states. So electronics have been doing this for a very long time, implanting electrodes, but in those cases you only get a very small region of the brain and you need a very talented surgeon to place it. In our case, the device sits outside of the brain and inside of the skull and allows you to see these very large regions by pulsing and then listening to the backscattered echoes of these ultrasound waves. Why do we care about that? As red blood cells flow through and cause these backscattered echoes, we can infer the underlying neural activity because as neurons are active, they use resources like oxygen that are resupplied in the bloodstream. And if we see abnormal activity, we can then focus the ultrasound beam, literally stretching and squeezing neurons mechanically to cause an up or down regulation of activity that we hope can push the brain into more normative and healthy states.
Hey everybody, I'm Brad Holden from Protocol VC. 2024 was a great year for us here at Protocol VC. We launched our new brand and our fancy new website. Encourage you to go check it out at protocol.vc. We made 12 investments in some really cool companies that joined the network and saw some amazing progress and traction from existing companies like Science, who had pretty cool preliminary results from their vision restoration clinical trial, or Bluesky, which scaled to 25 million users and raised a strong Series A from blockchain capital, or Glow, that raised a $30 million round from USV and Framework and continued to execute on their vision of incentivizing the creation of new solar across the world with a recent expansion into India, or WeatherXM that raised $7.7 million from Faction to build out what we hope will be the largest weather network in the world. And we saw some great growth and traction from existing networks like Starkware, Celestia, and WorldCoin, and new mainnet launches from Talent Protocol and Fluence. We think there's a lot more coming up in 2025, and we're super excited for the growth of both Protocol VC and the network. Happy holidays.
Hi, this is Cyril from Mosaia. We believe in a world where we will have thousands of AI agents delivering value for us. So we are very excited to share that last month we launched our new product, a platform to create AI agents in just a few minutes. You can create single agents or groups of agents able to collaborate to solve your most complex problems. Each agent has an API, so it's easy to integrate the agent into any app. We also launch an open source SDK, so anyone can contribute tools for the agent, like a payment system, for instance. Don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help. Thanks.
2024 was the inaugural year for the Protocol Labs Developer Guild, otherwise known as PLDG. We're designed to truly accelerate the impact that happens in open source by rewarding contributors based off the value that they create. In our inaugural year, we had over 50 contributors participate globally, over 200 issues opened, and over 50 PRs merged, working with technology partners ranging from libp2p to DRANT to the Filecoin Foundation to up-and-coming projects such as Storacha and Akave. Most importantly, we had 3 contributors hired full-time as part of this program, and we could not be more excited about the impact to come in 2025 as we continue to grow and scale.
Early in our history, we began versioning PL much like software. Every year is a major version. 2024 was PL v10, where we got to celebrate our 10th anniversary. PL will continue improving and evolving. Here's a look ahead to next year, PL v11.